people say to me, how can I select the best practitioner? How can I select someone who can bring this through the fullest? And I say, well, you know, check their websites, Google them up. If they have completely transcended their energy healing techniques, they will all be bringing it through equally well to 100%. If some of them are still trying to also do, you know, alpha, beta, delta that, or vortex this, or there are different energy healing techniques, they won't bring it through as fully as the rest. So make sure you've gone to someone who has the understanding of this, because if they don't fully understand it, if they haven't completely let go of the subsets of energy, of the windows of limitation, then they just simply won't bring it through as fully. As long as we have the windows, we still have the limit. If we don't have the consciousness of this, we don't have the light of this, what moves us beyond energy healing is that it's a spectrum of energy, light, and information. And if the light, the consciousness is missing, then obviously you only have part of it.
Okay. Told me the story about Emoto and his...
No, okay. So, here's what happened in Japan. I was there, and I guess Dr. Emoto had heard that I was going to be there. We hadn't met yet, so it was arranged that we would have a meeting together. So some people brought me over to his office, and we sat down. I thought we were going to just talk and be introduced. Instead, in his very formal Japanese manner, he had a glass of water placed in front of me and said, "There, do something with it." And I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do with this? And he said, just do something with the water, change the water. I guess he wanted to see this demonstrate itself, so I didn't know. I just brought my hands in, and I began to let myself, just access the reconnective healing frequencies for a few minutes and played with the water. And then he took the glass off and away and put it in his laboratory in his special machine that he does to do whatever he does. And he came back and he presented this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful six-sided crystal, but it was a triple crystal. Instead of just being the usual crystal, it had given birth to a second crystal, which was giving birth to a third one. He seemed very, very excited by it. I mean, it was a beautiful crystal, but he seemed particularly excited by it, and I wasn't sure why, because I've seen the other different types of crystals he's done, and they're all, equally beautiful. But apparently he had played a little trick on me, and he hadn't told me. All the crystals that we see in his books, his studies, they're all done with distilled water, because those are the ones that most easily and readily show these gorgeous crystals. He had given me Tokyo tap water in a glass, and what he told me later was, no one's been able to get a crystal out of Tokyo tap water.
Whoa, that's
very interesting.
That's very amazing.
But again, once you learn how to access this, everyone who has learned how to facilitate reconnective healing is able to bring about these crystals with Tokyo tap water too, even though he's not able to get them from energy healers. But again, that's because we have to let go of our techniques. We have to let go of the limitations of the delineated window perspective and be able to access something more comprehensive that's here now. It's as if the universe has brought us a gift, but the gift is like our incentive to meet a challenge, and it's waiting and watching patiently to see who is ready to meet this challenge. Not everyone is ready yet to evolve beyond their technique to access this, but more and more people are.
Okay, Erik, thank you for this interview.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Do you have one last message for our listeners, or?
We can stop trying to do the healings and allow ourselves to become the healings. Just like when you take a lit candle to light another candle, to light another candle, you never see that flame doing a technique. That flame simply exists in the truth and beauty and purity and simple elegance of who and what it is. And that integrity inspires the next flame to ignite, and the next flame. When we can stop trying to do the healings with technique, and instead allow ourselves to simply become the healing, we will inspire the healing in others as we allow ourselves to simply be the light of who and what we are. We will inspire the natural return within each individual with whom we interact, to return to their level of light as well. And when we allow ourselves to vibrate at that level of light, anything denser than light, anything heavier than light, which includes most health challenges, pretty much has nothing left to hold on to. And so if appropriate for that person, it just falls away. And healing is just that simple. And anything more complicated than that is designed to sell you something. It's time to come home.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.